Lee Smith.
And Jane Johnston from Blood and Iron Martial Arts. Today we are reviewing the SPES Forearm guards, and with this elbow cup in addition, it's called the Vectier model. That's what we're reviewing, and first impression, what do you think of it?
I actually like it. It's slick, professional, it's easy to use. I mean, I can just drop it into training right away. I mean, it's a good product.
Yeah, for me, first impression, this is the most important piece of gear for me because I'm little, I have bony little arms, so something that protects that is really important to me. Straight out of the box, it looks nice, the Velcro is really tight, it's nice, it can accommodate a lot of different sizes, so I like that too. Overall, I love this product, and I think I've got high hopes for it for the rest of this review. Okay, so for the break-in, that's one of my favorite things about this piece is that it really doesn't have a break-in period. You just put it on and you're good to go.
Pretty much. Like, it's nice having a product that I can just take out of the package and use. If I'm at a tournament, I wreck something, I need a bonus piece of gear. I mean, I can just go buy one from a vendor there. Bam, works, I can use it immediately.
Okay, so things that we really like, this product has so many of them. It's one of my favorites. Like I said, they can fit pretty much anybody. Depending on how hefty your fencing jacket is, you can still wear it over top if you're not like bulky like this guy, but I really like it for that. Your mobility isn't really hindered because it fits in such a way that it's really not going to be moving around too much or doing anything like that. And the Velcro is really strong. Like, I have a really, really old pair of these, one of the oldest models, and it's still going. It's super beat up. And anyone who's taken a shot to the forearm knows that it's not fun to take one straight to the bone in the forearm. I'm really bony, so having something like this really protects me from shots that would otherwise injure me. So I really appreciate that about the product as well. For the elbow cup itself, I'm not as big of a fan. I like the concept. I like that it comes with something that it can attach to for the forearms, but it's not my favorite piece of equipment there.
I really like this product. I mean, I use this all the time for when I'm doing lighter fencing, things like rapier, single stick, knives of various length, cane. Doesn't really matter. This thing's quick. I can put it on. I don't need it, and it actually does the job it's supposed to do. Protects my arm and comes up and protects a bit of my elbow. So I like this product quite a bit. It's pretty standard and it's fairly inexpensive, which means I can recommend it to my students, and pretty much any of my students can put one of these on and they can wear it. So this is also a definite plus. So also, they're also easily stowable and portable. So I found that we all have the problem in HEMA of an overfull bag, and going on the airline or whatever, like you try and stuff something in. These things, they can fit anywhere. I can just run them across the side of my jacket, across my mask, around a little corner where there's a little bit of space. So in this way, they're light and they're also very portable.
For things that we'd like to see changed, in terms of the forearm protector itself, I've got nothing. It's my favorite. I love this piece of equipment. I do have some beef with the elbow cup though. For people of my stature and smaller guys, women, it's really, really big. It doesn't necessarily fit the elbow, so there's a lot of space on the sides, which actually can leave you open to different shots, and it doesn't really protect as well as it could. I know some people do stuff in there so that it fits a little bit better, but for me, I'd rather just have a product that fits straight out of it, because it can be dangerous. If something slips, if it falls off, a shot can get in and hit your elbow. So I don't love that. I would like to see maybe a little bit more shaping to it so that it comes around the elbow a little bit more. Maybe different sizes would be nice. I think that design can be improved.
I'm a little more particular than Jane on this point. Honestly, I actually don't mind the elbow cup for the price, but that being said, her points are pretty valid. What I would like to see in future designs would be basically a removable padding, so it could be used better with more light sparring. Let's see, I actually did one myself. I mean, it looks like crap, but it'll do the job. Basically, that way, there's a bit of like cushioning from the foam between the hard plastic. So even that would be okay, but I'd rather see a removable soft lining, kind of like a volleyball elbow pad of some sort that comes with it. So that's honestly what I would like to see changed. And maybe for these, honestly, I find them a little small for my forearms. The bigger guys in our club all do. Maybe one more of these splints put onto the actual forearm guard itself for a larger size.
Yeah, for the smaller ones, it's fine because it just keeps wrapping and then you can Velcro it, but for the bigger guys, it gets to be a bit of a problem.
Yep. So overall impressions, I really like these. They're inexpensive. They're a very standard product, which means I can recommend to any of my students. There's not a lot of variance, and the quality is usually pretty high. So honestly, I can use it for a variety of purposes, which is another thing too. So I can use it from everything from light fencing to heavier, like longsword sparring.
Yeah, for me, I love the forearm protectors. I use them all the time. They are one of my favorite pieces of gear because getting nailed in the arm sucked. In terms of the elbow cup, it's not necessarily my favorite thing, but it does work if you're kind of bigger. And there are different solutions you can find to make it work if that is what you have or if that's what you're looking at getting anyway. The forearm, though, super good. I think we're both in agreement. The forearm protection itself gets 2 great big thumbs up.
It does.
10 out of 10, really good product. The elbow cup, we differ a little bit. For me, because it's so big, it's not really usable, and I would say that that's the case for women and smaller guys too. So for me, the elbow gets a neutral, but I think Lee's got a different opinion.
I do have a different opinion. I think it's actually, for the price, it's actually a pretty good product. Do I think it's 2 thumbs up worthy for just the elbow point itself? No. I think it's about a 1 thumb up, but it would easily be a 2 thumbs up if it had a removable lining. Just because it's inexpensive, I can take it to, I know what this is every time I see it. As a tournament director, it makes it easy for me to check gear. And they're expensive. If someone it brings insufficient gear, a vendor has one of these things, I can send them to go buy it for like 20, 30 bucks. And I mean, honestly, if it's the point of not being able to fight a tournament, most people won't mind.
Oh, for sure. Value-wise, it's got a lot going for it. Just for smaller people, it's not necessarily usable straight out of the packaging. But in terms of price and stuff, it's really good. I know Purple Heart Armory sells these guys. They sell the whole unit. They sell just the forearm protector, just the cup, and the whole unit as a whole. So you can get it through Purple Heart. And that has been our review of the Vector SPES Forearm Protectors with the elbow cup. Let us know in the comments if you want to see anything else. If you have any more questions, make sure you let us know down there.
Cool.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.